Hey, it's 6 o'clock, straight up. Who's your mama? Oh, God, I look forward to that so much. You have no idea. So here it is, 6 o'clock, another day. Weird dreams all night. Do you share your dreams with other people? It occurs to me that while our dreams might be incredibly interesting to us, explaining them to someone else, unless it's like great detail, like a movie, it would be so boring to listen to someone else's dreams. And then I went into this room, I don't know where it was, and I saw these people and I knew them, but I don't know who they were. And then I did, really? I think maybe dreams are something that we need to keep to ourselves now and then. Who's your mama? What do I mean by who's your mama? Good morning, Eileen. Nice to see you. What do I mean by that? Opa, good morning. And is it Larn? I need to know how to pronounce your name. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. I kind of wanted to dedicate this morning to my mama. Yeah, that's why I did this mug. You know, I have some blank mugs and every morning I paint something on them for like whatever I'm thinking, and then I wash them off and use them again another day. Good morning. So I don't usually start with reading to you, but I'm going to this morning because I'm dedicating this morning to my mom. Yes, the E is silent, named after the city in Northern Ireland. Got it, Larn. Lovely to have you here, and lovely to have you in What Do I Say, What Do I Do? Thanks for joining us. Good morning to that whole tribe. You guys are awesome, and you're up early all the time. So maybe you're not all in California. Not sure about that. Love you. So I dedicated this book to my mother. My mother, Fritzy, yes, her name is Fritzy. That's not her given name, but that's what she's called. Fritzy is 97 years old. So adorable. Good morning, Sherry. Nice to see you live. Fritzy, she used to be taller than I am. She's not anymore. She has dementia, and she's just as sweet and cute as you could possibly imagine. So let me share this story with you quickly. I've always been really little, and I've always had dimples, and when I was little, I even had freckles. So that makes you cute, right? I mean, you can't help it. If you have dimples and freckles and you're very little, you're cute. I was cute my whole life. But I didn't want to be cute. I wanted to be pretty. Oh, I wanted to be pretty so much. And I think I've shared this story with you before. And I asked my mother when I was in college, she was driving me back after a weekend, and I asked her if she thought I was pretty because, you know, if your mother doesn't think you're pretty, I mean, come on. She looked right at me and she said, pretty? Well, I wouldn't say pretty, but you have sparkly eyes. So that became a big joke in my family, right? Okay, so here's the deal. She has dementia now, and she's 97 years old. And every single time she sees me, which is every day, but it's like this. We see each other on like a FaceTime thing. Every day she tells me how beautiful I am. Do you know how much fun that is? Anyway, she loves all my books. She does not wear glasses, but she reads still, and she reads me my books every day. It's really fun. So when I wrote this book, How to Be Happy and Grateful Even in Quarantine, this is my mama. How adorable is she, right? I dedicated it to her. So that's what I want to start with this morning. I'd like to read that to you. My absolutely adorable mother, Fritzy Schneider, has always believed that everything I've done was terrific. Also, I am smart, talented, beautiful, and oh, so cute. Ask her. It's only natural then that she would love my word art and my books. This book, I'm quite sure, will be no exception. So with great joy, happiness, and gratitude, I dedicate this book to her. As I write, the world is in the midst of a frightening pandemic, COVID-19. We are all practicing social distancing, and Fritzy, who has dementia, is in memory care and on lockdown. We see each other throughout the day, thanks to the help of the technology gods and a wonderful staff who is there to help her see her daughter, her Sandye. She greets me with a big smile and an embarrassment of compliments multiple times a day. She doesn't really understand why I'm not visiting in person or taking her for outings, but then, honestly, neither do I. Life as we knew it is unrecognizable. The pandemic has changed everything. Mother Nature has slapped us about the head, sent us to our rooms, and told us to stay there and think about it and don't come out until you're ready to apologize and behave. Being quarantined, practicing social distancing, and wearing masks and gloves has been a big wake-up call for me, for all of us, for the planet. And surprise! The air is becoming cleaner. We, the people, are taking less for granted, spending more time with our children, connecting and reconnecting with family and friends and via social media and technology. There's less to do and more time to be. There are fewer cars on the roads. People are taking walks and riding bikes. We're learning to value a healthier lifestyle and to appreciate the people who make our lives possible and those who make it more comfortable. And we don't waste toilet paper anymore either. Fritzy would be so proud of all of us. This is a book of possibility. It is positive, loving, inspirational, and filled with gratitude. Beyond hope, it is a tribute to the inevitability of good. So of course this book is dedicated to Fritzy, because at 97 now years old, she is still the role model for me and you for all of that. This one's for you, Mamakins. It says right here, I'm on the clock, and this is my finest hour, because it's time. Yep, our parents are getting older, and we love them. And I know how lucky I am to have her. For those of you who are going through a parent with dementia, I also know how I didn't appreciate it when she first got dementia. I didn't appreciate that I still had her because it didn't feel like I did. She was this strange, angry, unhappy woman because she knew something was wrong, but she didn't know what. Sherry, I don't want to make you cry, baby, but it's the truth. Now her dementia is at a point where she doesn't know she doesn't know. She every once in a while will tell me that she feels like she's not even here. And to her that means that she's already died. And I have given her permission to go when she's ready to go, but to be here and smile with me as long as she possibly can. While recording. There you are! Okay, I hope you're all still with me because I'm still with you. Looks like many of you gave up. I'm looking to see how many people are still with me. Okay, so let's go on, right? If you're still with me, give me a hi or send me a thumbs up. Let me know you're there, okay? I see Sherry is still there. Hi, everybody who's still there. So, oh, I see some of you coming back up. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad you're there. Thank you. It's technical difficulties. You know what? It happens. So, I want to tell you about a friend of mine who's, if she's not on right now, she will be on, because it's somebody that I have known literally since I was 12 years old. And her name is Eileen Lizer. And when she was younger, as we all were, she was a producer at KBC Radio. And she worked producing shows for Michael Jackson, not that Michael Jackson, the English Michael Jackson, who was a radio host, and Tony Grant and Ken and Bob, all kinds of incredibly popular LA shows. And she, as you know, booking guests and stuff, she met everybody there was ever to meet. And she was like my fairy godmother when it came to getting me on television. I think you know I had a balloon business. She thought it was amazing. So she was constantly booking me on different shows and telling people about me. And I'm mentioning her today because she started a club. I was not a big club joiner, but I did in this case. She started a club, a women's group, and I named it the ELF Club, which stood for Eileen Lizer Fan Club, because we were all friends of Eileen's. Her friends were producers, directors, publicists, assistants to very famous people. The assistant to Julie Andrews was in our group. The assistant to John Ritter was in our group. And I could go on and on and on. It was an awesome group. I wasn't much of a joiner, but in this case I was, because we had 3 rules in order to get into this group. You had to be female, you had to be in a power position, and you had to be nice. We're talking Hollywood, folks. That third one eliminated an awful lot of people. But the people who were in the group were magnificent. I don't know if you would remember, but you could Google her. Teresa Saldana. Teresa Saldana, a young actress, had a stalker back when stalkers were first coming to the attention of the public. But this particular stalker, unfortunately, caught her. She survived, but after being stabbed numerous times. I won't even go into the whole story, but it was a big news story, and Teresa became like a spokeswoman. She became the, what's the word? She was like the advocate for all women who were attacked or stalked. She was part of our group, and she was constantly being asked to appear on television shows, but she didn't drive anymore. She was afraid to get behind the wheel of a car. So I said, okay, Teresa, I'll do it. And that's how we became friends for, a period of my life. I would pick Teresa up in the morning, take her to whatever show she was going to be on, and then bring her back home. She's since passed away, and I'm not sure of what. But yeah, that was a case of somebody living through something really tough and not just bouncing back, but bouncing back to a place where she could then support other women going through the same thing. Yeah, so that was the ELF Club. It was pretty awesome. So Eileen, if you are listening, thank you for that. What a lot of memories. And by the way, a lot of the people, not a lot, but some of the people I met through friends that I made in that club. And I'm going to share some of those stories in the coming days too. I think I already mentioned that John Ritter's personal assistant was in the group. Sue, she was awesome. Anyway, so that was my first connection to John Ritter, who I saw many, many times, and we'll tell some John Ritter stories in the weeks to come, I'm sure. So what else? It's Bill Clinton's birthday today. Happy birthday, Bill. And quite a lot of you. Sue Ann White, I don't usually do a shout out, but you've been such a strong supporter of What Do I Say, What Do I Do for so many years. I wish you a happy birthday today. Hey, hey. Happy birthday to all of you who are having COVID birthdays. Yeah. COVID birthdays. Oh, one more thing. Today is also the anniversary. You know, yesterday I said it's not what you know, it's being able to find out the answers. You don't have to know them all. And so many people said, thank God for Google, right? Yes. First of all, my nephew works for Google. Thank you very much. And he's brilliant. So I don't need Google. I have my nephew. Anyway, Google. The first offering of public stock for Google was in 2004 today. And the shares back then were like $85 a share when it was first offered to the public. And I checked this morning, and this morning they're $1,557 a share, something like that. So if you had bought Google in 2004, you wouldn't be watching my coffee talk. You would be owning the internet. Good on ya. Yeah. All right, my friends, that's it for today. Happy August. Happy day. Today, my goal is to drive safely as I drive to LA to go visit my grandson for a few hours. Drive safely, walk safely, run safely, be safe, wear your mask, and love your neighbor. See you tomorrow from LA.